Locally for years, the enigmatic hairy man was your run-of-the-mill old man of the mountain story, featuring some unkept hobo who didn't take too kindly to those who trespassed on what he called his property. What makes him so interesting, though, is the fact that even though his origins stretch back almost 2 centuries ago, some frightened residents have claimed that they still see him today. There are a few theories regarding how the hairy man came to be, but the most popular details a rumor about a young boy who was left behind by his own family. On a stormy evening at an unspecified time in the 1800s, a caravan of settlers found themselves trudging through the overbearing waters of flooded Brushy Creek. Sadly, while they crossed, the boy accidentally fell overboard and into the dangerously high water. With the settlers already barely holding on for dear life themselves, they made the decision to simply leave him there and keep going forward. And with this harsh decision made, the boy was left vulnerable to the elements, another victim to the way of life in the old frontier. Miraculously, however, this wasn't the end of the boy's story, rather, a new beginning of sorts. Instead of drowning, he was instead swept away further and further downstream until reaching land in the nearby woods. Woods that the unnamed boy would call home for the rest of his days. Although lucky to be alive, the boy was now alone, directionless. Whatever his life was meant to be with the settlers was now lost. And with nothing left but feelings of betrayal left to fester, the young man began his new life living completely out of spite and disdain for anyone who crossed him. As the years went on, his nomadic life in the woods left the boy, now a grown man, with an unsettling appearance, long hair, overgrown fingernails and toenails, and an overall wild look. Within the century, locals to Round Rock began reporting a series of strange happenings in the area that slowly started to solidify this odd legend. For one, the nearby farmers started reporting random livestock theft, and different people say they've had rocks thrown at them from the tree line. Most unique of them all, travelers crossing Brushy Creek would sometimes hear the sound of scratching coming from the tops of their wagons, only to figure out the culprit was the hairy man, dangling from the top of a low-hanging tree, using his elongated toenails to scrape the wooden roofs of their transports. A sort of petty insult to the same types of people who left him for dead all those years ago.